What's up, YouTube? This is my Scandi collection. Thought I would do a little video on it, show off my Scandis. First one here, we got the bush lure condor. A lot of you guys might be familiar with this one. It's a wood lure clone made by Condor Tool and Knife out of El Salvador. It's supposed to come with a Scandi grind. It comes with, most of the time, more of a convex grind. I had one buddy get one that came with a little bit of a hollow grind. He had more trouble with low spots in the middle when he was sharpening, whereas I had a big lump high spot in the middle. Mine was very convex, so I had to sharpen that down to a Scandi. But this is a good entry-level Scandi knife for you guys out there, $25–$30 range. Hardwoods similar to American hickory, as I think the way they describe the handle, and it comes pretty rough, a lot of machining marks and such. It's kind of fun to sand it with some fine grit yourself and sand it down to where you want it, and then you can put a finish on there if you want. You can just put some mineral oil, something to protect the wood. I use tung oil on this one, so it's got a nice glossy shiny finish to it. But it's kind of slick. I don't know if I'd do that again. A lot of custom knives come with that, but most people aren't going to take their custom knives out into the woods and go nuts with them. But anyway, it's got a great edge on it now. I think it's 1080 tool steel, high carbon. Comes with a nice two-tone finish. Got a gray sort of satin finish here, and then your edge does come highly polished. You can see the scratch marks on mine because I've used it a lot, sharpened it a lot. And I pretty much sharpened it to a Scandi right away. The convex was not that good from the factory. As anybody knows that's looked into the Condor very much, they're just a little bit of work needs done, you know, when you get them. It makes it fun to me, but if you don't sharpen your own knives, not a good place to start. This is the Martini, big silver Carbonox from Finland. Bought this knife based on a recommendation from We All Juggle Knives, Israel over there. Makes great videos, does great knife reviews. Did a great review on this knife, and when I was first getting into Scandis, really wanted to try something other than just, say, a Condor or a Mora, and went with this. This knife's in the like $40 price range. Crate and rubber handles, aluminum butt cap with a nice Finland shield on it, and then aluminum here, and the blade finish is highly polished, and this is a special Carbonox steel they came up with, and then they used this knife as sort of a show-off for using that steel. And it's a high carbon tool steel that's almost stainless. It will take a patina and stain, but sort of on the threshold there, so it should perform real well. I haven't used this knife a lot because the finish is so beautiful on it. This wood is rotten in the middle. I saw these on the side of the road at a school where they had cut a big tree down, and went over and asked and got quite a few pieces of it, and it's very soft in the middle, if you're wondering how I'm just pulling them in and out. Here's a Mora. This is Triflex Bushcraft. Really nice. Can't say enough about the Moras. Put a nice patina on there. Hot sauce patina. And did the crayon trick and the Mora stamp. Moras are great. You know, this one's about a $30, $35 Triflex Bushcraft knife, but you can start in the $10 or $12 range with the Moras, literally, and get a great knife. Usually the edge, from my experience from the few I've owned, comes razor sharp from the factory, mirror polished, and sometimes the spine of the knife is a little bit rough, and people complain that it wouldn't be good for for striking your fire steels, but it's easily fixed with some sandpaper. And mine, on this Mora Triflex bushcraft, which is designed for bushcraft, the spine was perfect from the factory. So great knife, great handle, excellent for working for a long time when you're carving without getting cramps and fatigues. And then this one here, this is the Mantis picker, I believe it's called. And this was a fully serrated knife. It only comes fully serrated, and I have sharpened all the serrations out of it. It was a flat grind with full serrations, and it looked like it was good prospect for sharpening into a Scandi. And for those of you that don't know, the best way to learn hand sharpening, in my opinion, is going to be on a Scandi. You simply lay the blade flat on the stone, tilt up to find the grind, and then sharpen. And I might do some videos on that. There are some great videos already, but if you want to learn how to sharpen, Scandi is a great place to start. So this one, you can still see some of the serrations. I've actually done a video on this knife in my bushcraft hip pocket kit video. But anyway, it's a great little carver now, razor sharp, and great little super lightweight neck knife. The sheath is not worthy of wearing around your neck, so I cut the front of it off so it fits in my pouch with some other gear real well. This is the Enzo Nordic knife. Got my first Enzo based on recommendations of Virtua Vice, who does just excellent knife videos on YouTube. This knife comes from the factory, just scary sharp, super sharp. It doesn't have a mirror polish when it comes from the factory. You could still see some structure, some grain lines, some on the grind as well as on the flat bevel, and no problem though. I mean, great edge. I've used it a lot and have not needed to resharpen it yet. It does not take chips and rolls as quickly as, say, the Mora will or the Condor. This one is 01 tool steel, and I've got a patina on there, nickel bolster, elm burl handle, beautiful wood handle. Hope that's showing up well. The sun is going just away a little bit, but gorgeous handle. It's an almost full tang knife. It's a rat tail, partial tang, whatever you want to call it. It does skinny down here. Right behind the blade, you can see the size. Well, you can't really see the size of the hole going in, but it comes down and tapers down almost to the end of the handle. But it's an extremely light, comfortable knife that just really cuts well. It's thicker than any of the other Scandis here. They're all pretty similar, actually, with the exception of this one and the next one I'm going to show you, which is the Carsawando. But the the Enzo is just a great knife. Just love it. Next we have the Carsawando. Virtua Vice has also done videos on these knives, and this knife in particular, which is the Boar Survival. And this is a great knife. I think they're all great knives in my opinion. This knife comes with a Scandi grind, but it did have a secondary bevel for some unknown reason. They put a secondary edge or a V-edge on their Scandi grind, and so that took some time to sharpen out, but came out just great. Having a hard time getting a mirror polish on this Scandi, but it's getting there. A lot of stropping. It's got the reindeer antler bolster, brass, half guard, and this is a curly birch burl handle. Just gorgeous wood. Love that. Very comfortable handle. It's got swells in the middle. Nice grip. Good secure grip. Probably my favorite of the handles and the knives that I've just shown you would be the Karasawando. The Mora would probably be a close second, followed by the Enzo, then the Martini, and finally the Condor. And I wouldn't even include comparing the little neck knife, but the video is getting a little long. Hope you guys enjoyed. Anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask, and please sub, everybody. Thanks a bunch.